day, and welcome to X News Today. I'm Stephanie Anamu, bringing you the top story from Nigeria. In a recent development, United States Congressman Riley Moore has described the ongoing attacks by Fulani militants on predominantly Christian farming communities in Nigeria's Middle Belt as a genocidal campaign, following a fact-finding visit to internally displaced persons (IDP) camps in Benue State. Speaking to reporters after meeting survivors of mass killings, church burnings, and village raids, the West Virginia Republican said he was horrified by the scale of violence and the stories of entire families wiped out. "I have seen the faces of widows and orphans who watched their loved ones slaughtered in front of them. This is not a land dispute. This is a systematic, religiously motivated campaign to eradicate Christian communities," Reiley Moore stated. He confirmed he will personally brief President Donald Trump and push for stronger U.S. action when Congress reconvenes. The congressman's visit comes weeks after he introduced HRS 866, a bipartisan resolution condemning the persecution of Christians in Nigeria and supporting President Donald J. Trump in taking decisive action to end the existential threat that persecuted Christians face in Nigeria. A high-level Nigerian delegation led by National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu traveled to Washington last month to counter the genocide narrative, insisting the violence is primarily driven by climate-induced farmer-herder clashes rather than religious or ethnic targeting. The situation in the Middle Belt is complex and tragic, but calling it genocide is inaccurate and unhelpful, a senior presidency source told journalists on condition of anonymity. Both Christians and Muslims have been killed in the crossfire of criminality, banditry, and resource conflicts. Human rights organizations, however, dispute the government's characterization. According to the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Inter-Society, over 52,000 Christians have been killed in targeted attacks in the past decade, with more than 5,000 deaths recorded in 2024 to 2025 alone. The issue has gained renewed attention in Washington since President-elect Trump's November victory. During his first term, Trump repeatedly raised the plight of Nigerian Christians, and in 2020 threatened military action if the killings continued. Sources on Capitol Hill say Congressman Moore's first-hand account is expected to accelerate efforts to redesignate Nigeria under the U.S. International Religious Freedom Act and potentially restore its place on the State Department's countries of particular concern (CPC) list, from which it was controversially removed in 2021. As displaced families in Benue and neighboring Plateau, Nasarawa, and southern Kaduna states face another Christmas in makeshift camps, pressure is mounting on both Abuja and Washington to move beyond rhetoric and address what many now openly call one of Africa's deadliest ongoing conflicts. That's it for now on X News Today. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for watching.